the shit that weighs on you from people pleasing or being a chronic self-abandoner the majority of your life, you'll be in a space where, you know, now I'm physically feeling the symptoms of what is going on with me psychologically. The problem is when you get in this space, if you've done it for so long, after that, you start to just go off of what things look like for you. You're looking for instant gratification because you've been so long without what you feel you need. A lot of y'all, you in this space and you don't realize it because you don't have words like this spoken around you often. You're in an environment where, like I just said, it's about just looking at what seems like it is going to gratify me quick. And anything else, I don't got no more time. I don't got no more energy. I'm tired. I'm wore out. I'm over it. As you hear a lot of people say, I ain't fucking with it. I'ma just worry about myself. The problem is when you say I'ma just worry about myself, but you don't actually know how to just worry about yourself, you end up even more bitter. You end up even more in a negative or gloomy energy about life in regards to socializing, the future, goals, growth. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? You will be in a space where this shit will weigh on you in the worst ways. I'm going to tell y'all when a lot of y'all realize it. When you look up at your relationships, past and present, and you realize, like, I have been going off potential and what I'm willing to put in, not off of what the other person is actually bringing and putting in, not off of what they show they have the abilities to do. I haven't been, and I'm not now listening to what the person is saying to me verbally, non-verbally, because communication is all kind of ways. This is when y'all realize something be grossly wrong. It's a lot of y'all, you met people and you went with, you know what, thinking that you taking care of self. I'm going to go off of what this shit look like. I'm going to go with, you know what, he got this going on or she got this going on. He looked like this in this area. She looked like this in this area. It's potential. You overlook all the logical stuff because it ain't even about overlooking red flags. You overlook all the logical shit that shows they don't align with what you genuinely need in order to build past where you're at. And you go off of what some shit looks like, right? When you do that, you end up in a space where, again, like I said earlier, you're resentful, you're bitter, you're disappointed, you feel let down, right? This shit weighs on you because it's like, fuck. Now you start to feel like, or y'all be praying to y'all higher power, wondering, why me? Why God? Why me? Why can't I have this? Why can't I? And the internet and the things y'all see on TV and reality shows and shit, that shit tear y'all ass up too. Because you wonder, how he got this and I can't get that? How she got this and I only did right by people? How come I'm not getting this back? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm getting there. Because for a lot of y'all, it done turned into hyper-independency. For a lot of y'all, you just in a space where all you want is casual sex, some light social interaction, and then you back to your introverted space. But it's not fully fulfilling you. It is not putting you in a position to where you do the most about you. A lot of people guilty of it. You just real enough to admit it. It's a lot of y'all in a space where when somebody bring up socializing or relationships, the first thing that come to your mind is how you have done so much for other people or how you have given chance after chance, like I said earlier, to other people and you ain't even gave yourself that much grace. Chronic self-abandoner. Was raised like this. Got parents that's like this. You got these beliefs programmed into you that somehow showing up for other people and having this testimony about how they don't show up for you the way you show up for them is some sort of word. Y'all done picked and had children and whole 5 and 10 year relationships with people that this is the dynamic of the relationship. I did this, I did that. You fucked up, I let you come back again. Then I did this. All you doing, baby, is repeating how much you've abandoned self for the sake of trying to people please, for the sake of trying to make something work that was not reflective of growth for you. Not even for the relationship. A lot of y'all, you on baby number 3 or 4. male or female, with somebody that, bruh, that shit been ain't going nowhere. Sis, that shit been ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere now, and never was it from the jump. You just went off of what shit looked like. The ass looked like something. The lifestyle looked like something. See, this is the thing. Nowadays, men and women finessing. It used to be where women had to worry about, okay, that dude gonna finesse you, make you think things are gonna be this way or be that way, and it's not. Now females finessing. Females finessing niggas. Females finessing other females. Niggas finessing niggas. Niggas finessing other niggas. Men finessing men. Men finessing women. Everybody walking around with the inability to trust, and the shit starts with self. Don't know how to trust self. A lot of y'all, you realizing as you get older, my real trust issues is with myself. I don't trust myself to pick the right motherfucking people. This is why I can't trust none of y'all. I can't, baby. You can't get no trust up out of me because I don't even trust me. I pick niggas and bitches and friends and shit, and I be watching them with the side eye as I got them around. I'm the one picked them. I'm the one brought the motherfuckers around. I'm the one invited them. I'm the one that organized the event, made the guest list, brought them over, gave some of them a ride, paid for an Uber, let a nigga use my car. I got them over here with me, and I still don't trust them. So, baby, you ain't finna get no organic trust up out of me. I don't even trust me. My mind ain't built to say it like this. But see, when Dorsey's saying it, it hit. Because that's what the fuck going on. It hit because that's how my life been for a while. Baby, I come from a family I don't even trust. Baby, I got trust issues with my mama. So ain't no way I'm coming over there to stay with y'all and gonna fully be able to trust and give you the benefit of the doubt, because I don't even give myself the benefit of the doubt. These bills come in, bitch, I be worried, anxiety, fear of how I'm gonna pay these bitches. That mean I don't even trust myself to show up with the money for the shit I ran up. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? I'm trying to see who following me. Looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. This go for everybody. Everybody, baby. Everybody. The starting point is to figure out the areas where I have abandoned me. The places I don't show up for me as a man or a woman. And I got to fix that. Because if I don't, bruh, all you gonna get is some trauma-ass behavior. It's gonna feel like I'm there for you, but really, I'm people-pleasing. I'm codependent right now. I'm operating in a space of lack of boundaries, trying to show up for you. And what's gonna happen is, in the end, I'm gonna put more expectations on you than what you can fucking handle. I'm gonna put more expectations on you than what match your actual abilities. I'm going to want things from you that you don't even know I want. But in my mind, I told myself, you should already know that I want this. You know how somebody be like, they should already know. What's understood don't need to be explained. How the fuck you ain't know that? Everybody, well, I find it funny how this is common sense. These be them statements when you in that space where your ass done abandoned the fuck out of yourself, put too much expectations and trust in other people when you don't trust yourself. So the trust with them don't be real. It just be your way of making it seem like they owe you something when you chose to give all you got to them. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially at times. This should have tear your ass up for a lifetime if you don't realize it. It's a lot of y'all, bro. You got to get in a space where you figure out, how do I show up for me every day? Y'all ain't showing up for yourselves every day, but out here trying to show up for another motherfucker every day. Out here trying to show up for them kids every day. And then this what be killing me, right? It's a lot of people. Y'all done got grown and you realized, I see the lies my mother told. I recognize the lies my father told. Not the ones where, oh, you told me you was going to buy me this and then you didn't. No, I'm talking about them lies where my mama told me she was all right. And now that I'm grown and I'm experiencing what she experienced, I know now she was lying. She wasn't all right. It was a cover up just to try to make us feel like everything was okay because she thought that was the right thing to do. She abandoned herself. She needed hugs and love and attention. I got your back, or I'm here for you, or I just care about you. Even if I can't give you no money for the bills you worried about. She was never honest, and I know that now. I know that feeling because I'm doing it, right? Then y'all turn around and you continue to do the same thing with your kids, the same thing with your life. It's true for a lot of y'all. It's true for a lot of y'all with your daddy. It ain't just for women. You realize that nigga walked around and acted like shit was all right, but bro wasn't all right. Pops wasn't all right. The feeling judged, the getting called certain shit based on people misunderstanding your testimony. Motherfuckers being bred to not care about your side of the story. You know not as a grown man, damn, Pops wasn't all right. That nigga was lying, but it wasn't the lies that my mama was saying. It's the lies of making it seem like he was good to move forward without ever seeing us or without ever experiencing life from a space of feeling value. I know now that nigga was lying. Because I'm going through it and I'm lying. You got to be transparent. You got to be. This is why. Because the children can see that you ain't all right, even though you lying and saying you are the same way y'all grew up and realized my mama wasn't all right. My daddy wasn't all right. The idea is to prepare your kids for the world, not prepare them to only be able to tolerate and coexist with you. That's what happened to a lot of us. The suffering in silence, the sweeping shit under the rug, the people pleasing, the showing up for others, the whole I live for my kids. The slave mentality of if I just worked and I paid all my bills and I don't got no money left, that ain't really being broke. Yes, it is. Baby, yes, it is. You deserve multiple streams of income, the ability to leverage credit, a lifestyle where you can buy back your time, do what you want, when you want. You deserve that. But your beliefs got you thinking that working like a dog, going through, giving everything to a lot of y'all, now that you grown, you realize, bro, them people was doing the best they could based on what they was ignorant on at that time. And now you repeating the same thing instead of being honest with yourself, your children, your household, your family members, your friends, your job. It's some of y'all, you work like a dog for that job. Them people don't care about you. Die tomorrow, they're going to replace you. I've experienced it before. I had somebody that I worked with on a job. We worked there for a good amount of years. The lady fucking died. The job asked me the same day. I was her senior, her boss, her supervisor. The job asked me the same day we found out the lady died. Who do I want to replace her with? I'm sure she didn't know that that is the temperament. Because like a lot of shit in life, they smile in your face when they need something out of you, right? And when you're no longer useful, move on. It's a lot of y'all niggas, you done did a bid, bro. Your family members survived when you was gone. You out here not acting like you got to show up for them before you even get yourself together. Make it make sense. When you was in there for the past 5 to 10, 3 to 5, 1 to 4, how the fuck you think they was living? They ain't died when you got locked up. Their bills might have got paid late, or they might have went through a certain shit, but that was based on their behavior for the responsibilities they created. But you a chronic self-abandoner, so you believe it makes sense for you to get out, abandon yourself, right? In a season when it's supposed to be a selfish season to show up for them. And they will manipulate and follow along with that shit. They ain't doing nothing to you, you doing it to yourself. It's a lot of y'all, you don't have this kind of honesty spoken around you. You don't have people telling you real. This is why people flock to my page by the masses. Because, baby, I'm going to tell you what it is. Not what you want it to be. Not to make it sound good. I could give a fuck about y'all being upset about the delivery. How much I curse. How much I get in your shit. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Because when I was ignorant to this shit, I wish somebody was bold enough. I wish somebody cared enough to tell me like it was. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Somebody need to hear this today. Stop all that people pleasing. Confront that codependency. Set your motherfucking ass some boundaries. Sit down and get you some goals. Figure out the areas in your life where you've abandoned self and start pouring into that. Your life is not supposed to be you living for your children. You were an individual before you was a parent. The best way to show a child how to care for themselves is through them seeing you care for yourself. Go to the doctor. Look after your health. Look at what you put in your body. Change your diet. What are you doing with your time off that job? Who you got around you? How they talk? What kind of conversations do y'all nurture? What the fuck do you got going on? What you attracted to? What do you entertain? Who you answer the phone for and why? What you do with your money and why? What you want for your life and why? Who you chasing right now and why? Who chasing you right now and why? What kind of problems you got and what's your accountability for having them motherfuckers? What type of effect do you create when you show up in the rooms that you show up in? Why you always the smartest person in the room? Why you always got these stories about how you was always the one that had to come through? Why you can't attract nobody that could come through like you can come through? Why? You got to sit with yourself and talk about this shit. Stop jumping on the phone with motherfuckers and expecting them, right, to show up in the conversation in ways that they can't even show up for themselves. Stop lying to yourself. A lot of y'all, man, you need to hear this. You ain't doing right by you. Yep, you doing right by your kids. You ain't doing right by you. And because of that, later on, your kids will realize that you was a liar. You ain't doing right by yourself. You doing everything for that nigga, everything for that bitch, everything to please the internet, everything to get more followers, everything to show up for other people, everything to make the church think you a good Christian. You doing nothing to nurture your actual relationship with God, with your higher power. You ain't doing nothing to really quiet your thoughts and get an understanding for self. You done got older. You lack self-awareness. You don't realize why people say the things they say and handle you the way that they do. You know everything about them celebrities' business. You know nothing about why you attract the shit that you attract. Why you stuck on that frequency that you stuck on. Why you can't shift your paradigms. You don't know shit about this, but you know about them designer clothes. I told y'all on that other live, y'all gonna burn y'all self out trying to show up with all these Christmas items for these kids and things like that. But really, what them children need to have a better parent, right? What your husband need to have a better wife. What your wife need to have a better husband is for you to spend some time pouring into yourself. Y'all take every dollar y'all got and buy shit to make yourselves feel validated. To show up with the right type of hairdos, clothes, fucking designer, certain type of cars, living in certain neighborhoods, right? To post and make shit look a certain type of way while you dying inside. It's so many studies and surveys been done on people on their deathbed, and they have so much regret for not doing certain shit for themselves that they was telling themselves all their life they should have been doing, and it wasn't buying shit. Because in that moment, when they faced with their demise, you can't take none of that material shit with you. What did you really do for yourself? What value do you see in you? This is why a lot of y'all struggle to manage y'all emotions, male and female. Aside from the problems with y'all upbringing, as adults, you don't show up for you like you supposed to, so you carry a lot of guilt and shame, a lot of resentment, a lot of bitterness, a lot of that whole, I was let down, or niggas ain't show up for me, or a nigga ain't, I got backstabbed, or motherfucker ain't do for me like I did for them. You got that baggage on you, bruh. You got that baggage on you, sis. That's why you easy to set off, or you hold that shit in and let it pile up, and when you do get set off, you go off. Exactly. Emotional intelligence is a motherfucker, but you will never get there if you can't even admit to yourself that this stuff is a fucking problem. Any type of rehabilitation of self, it starts with acknowledging that you got a motherfucking problem. Right? The next step is you got to be willing to change people, places, and things. Some of y'all environment, even after listening to this live, it don't support you changing nothing. I told y'all that. Y'all got people around you that if you just try to change your diet, if they see you exercising, if they see you reading books, if they see you praying more, if they see you drop down on your, why you doing that? I'm saying what you doing, they'll try to get you to come in and be involved in more shit that you ain't got no business, just to stop you from making them uncomfortable, because they ain't willing to make the changes that you making. You making them uncomfortable by trying to do better. Some of y'all, it's your own mama. It's your own daddy. In my book club, I make the people fix their credit. I make them. You don't get to stay in my book club if you don't go through credit repair. I introduce them to credit funding. I make them start thinking differently about money. I make them take the course on life insurance and how to leverage it and use it as something, as a tool to get to financial freedom while you living. I make them. And a lot of them tell me, love, when I went and told my sister or my mama or my dad and them that I'm finna pay for credit repair, or I'm finna, get some life insurance or get an IUL or change the way I'm moving with my money, first thing they tell me, that's a scam. You might get your money took. I don't know about that. Then when they look back, right, and their credit score done went up, all the negative shit done dropped off because my dude done got that shit off of there. Or they in a space where I done got my life insurance policies. I've been paying on it for a while. I feel good about myself. They in a space where when we go through these books we done read, now they create multiple streams of income. They got goals written out. Now the mama or the sister or the daddy or the cousin, oh, how you get in that book club? What you say the girl information was? Who is the dude? You could give me his information. Nah, baby, you thought it was a scam, baby. You thought it wasn't right, baby. You thought the person shouldn't be moving on. To get your ass on, watch this glow up from afar. Because when I tried to tell your ass from a space of hoping you would support me, you couldn't. And I ain't mad at you for that. Because you struggle to show up for yourself in ways to overcome anxiety and move on stuff to change your life. So how can I expect you to support me through doing that shit? Hopefully some of y'all, you was able to receive some of this in. We just had a book club meeting. I had a business connection of mine come in and talk about real estate investment, right? And so he talked about his mentorship program, but he just schooled everybody on understanding just the concept of investing in real estate and assets, right? Taking your money and buying something of value. It was so many people that shit freed their mind, that last little push they needed to start doing shit for themselves, for their life, to build and grow wealth, right? And show up for that abandoned child that's in them. The shit was magnificent. It was motherfucking magnificent. I got a book club member. When she started out, she was just working one regular job, making a decent amount of money, nothing spectacular, just that. Single woman trying to figure out life. She went through, got credit funding, almost $400,000, bought her first property to flip, bought the property, got that bitch fixed up, finna flip it and sell it, do it all over again. Lifestyle done changed, multiple streams of income, looking at herself different, looking at life different. Baby, y'all got to get in environments where people is willing to push and support y'all to the point where you start to see yourself different. That second heartbeat start to wake up. Y'all don't got enough motivation around y'all. You settle for them low vibrations because you low vibrational. I'm going to say it live. It'll be on my YouTube book club. I'll see y'all on Sunday. Hopefully somebody got something from this word.